Hello learners, I am Parikshit and welcome to an exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. This week we are going to concentrate on a very important chapter, speed, time and distance. Remember, this chapter you can get around 3 questions in the CAT. So very important from the perspective of your examination, and make sure you view all the sessions because I'm going to solve some very important questions and discuss some very important and interesting shortcuts. So make sure you don't miss any. Okay, and yes, first things first, a lot of new batches are starting on Unacademy. The 12th of April, a master weekday batch for the CAT. 14th April, a supreme weekday batch. And on the 17th, a practice with previous year questions for the CAT. Remember, if you are serious about your CAT 2021 preparation, Unacademy Plus is where you got to be. A lot of learners from CAT 2020 have been all India toppers, and you definitely can enroll on Unacademy Plus using the code Parikshit Live. If you use the code Parikshit Live, you get 10% off on the subscription fee, and B, only code where you get free mentorship from my end. Free mentorship, I mean going beyond and above your classroom hours and helping you out if you join on Unacademy using the code Parikshit Live. Let's get started. Okay, now before we look at the questions, right, let's first briefly discuss the concepts. This is one chapter, few concepts, but a lot of types of sums, right? Okay, I ask you a very simple question. A car travels with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, 50 kilometers per hour, and let's say the car has traveled for 2 hours. Now if I ask you at the end of 2 hours, how much distance would the car have covered? How much distance? So I think it's very simple. 50 kilometers per hour and 2 hours. So at the end of 2 hours, can I say the car would have traveled 100 kilometers? What did you do? You multiplied 50 into 2. 50 into 2 is 100. So what did you do? You basically said distance travel is nothing but the speed per hour into the time per hour. So 50 into 2 is 100. I think the only thing that you need to know when you are solving questions on the chapter is distance is speed into time. So if distance is speed into time, speed is equal to distance by time, or time is equal to distance by speed. So things are simple. So just remember, distance is speed into time, and that's something we all know. If you travel at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour and if you travel for 2 hours, you would have traveled 100 kilometers. So distance is speed into the time. Okay, now let's look at the questions. If you know distance is speed into time, I think you are ready to solve questions from the chapter. Let's get started. Number 1. Ashok would reach his office 15 minutes early if he traveled at 4 kilometers per hour from his house. He would reach it 45 minutes late if he traveled at 3 kilometers per hour from his house. Find the distance between his house and office. So first thing, you just try to frame an equation. I would say the easiest way to frame an equation out here would be T1 minus T2. They gave you 2 different scenarios and they are giving you the difference in time between the 2 scenarios. What is the difference in time? 60 minutes. Why 60 and why not 30 minutes? Think about it. Let's take an example. Let's take an example to understand how it is 60. Let's say the class starts at 10 a.m. Let's say a class starts at 10 a.m. and some of you joined the class 15 minutes early. So you would have joined at 9:45 a.m. Some of you joined the class 45 minutes late. So you would have joined at 10:45 a.m. Do you follow? What is the difference in time between the 2 scenarios? The difference in time between the 2 scenarios is 1 hour. Exactly the same thing is happening in the case of the question. 15 and 45, the difference is 15 plus 45, 60 and not 30. Let's write it down. So T1 minus T2 is 60 minutes. What is time? Time is distance divided by the speed. What is the distance? Not given. Let's say the distance between the 2 places is D. Okay. So can I say time is distance divided by the speed? Correct? So first case, you are reaching 15 minutes early if you are traveling at 4 kilometers per hour. So distance divided by the speed. What is the speed? 4 kilometers per hour. In the second case, you are reaching 45 minutes late if you travel at 3 kilometers per hour. So I would rather put S as 3. Let's do it in one step only. What is the value of S? 3. So D by 3 minus D by 4 is equal to 60 minutes. But remember, if you are taking this in kilometers per hour, right? You got to convert even the right hand side to hours. So what will you say? 60 divided by 60 is basically 1 hour. Right? Why? Because left hand side is in hours. So let's take the LCM. So moment you take the LCM, this becomes 4D minus 3D. So 4D minus 3D is 1. Cross multiply, D is equal to 12 kilometers, and that's your answer. See, if you think logically, these questions can be very easily solved. So answer for the first one is 12 kilometers. Are you following? Any doubt in this? Clear? Perfect. Let's go to the second one. Let's go to number 2. Okay. Walking from home at 3/4 of his usual speed, a man reaches his office 20 minutes late. Had the person walked at 4/3 of his usual speed, find the time taken by the man to reach his office. So this is scenario question number 2. Okay. So they gave you a scenario and they say the difference in two scenarios is 20 minutes. So let's say T1 minus T2 is equal to 20 minutes. Correct? T1 minus T2 is 20 minutes. What is time? Time is distance divided by the speed. What is the distance? Let the distance between the home and the office be D. Okay? So time is distance divided by the speed. What is the speed? Not given. Let us take it as S. In the second scenario, the distance is still the same. But you know what? This time, the speed is 3/4 of the usual. Remember, the usual speed was S. So the new speed is 3 by 4 S. Minus this is 20 minutes. Again, be careful. I got to convert it to hours. So I would say 20 minutes is 20 by 60. In other words, 1 by 3 hours. Please try to solve it. 4D divided by 3S minus D by S is equal to 1 by 3. Please take the LCM. 3S. So 4D minus 3D is equal to 1 by 3. 3 cancels. Or can I say D is equal to S? Cross multiply and what you get is D is equal to S. Is this easy? Now think about it. Next, what are they asking? They are saying, had the person walked at 4/3 of his usual speed, find the time taken by the man to reach his office. So what is time? Time is distance divided by the speed. Correct? What is the distance? Distance is D. What is the speed? He is now traveling at 4/3 of his usual speed. So can I say 4 by 3 S? Remember, D is equal to S. D is equal to S, so you can simplify D and S. What you basically get is 3 by 4 hours. 3 by 4 hours. That's the answer. But question says, give me the answer in minutes. So what will you do? You will say 3 by 4 into 60. Just to convert it to minutes. So this would become 45 minutes. You follow? 45 minutes. That's your answer for the second one. 45 minutes. Say things are really easy provided you think logically. Easy one. Okay. Now before I go to the next one, let's quickly tell you some very important thing on Unacademy. The prices are increasing on Unacademy in the next 3 days. Right? New prices are effective 14th of April. So if you wish to join, enroll on Unacademy Plus for A to Z of your CAT, Quants and LRDI preparation. Now is the time. Remember, The most popular subscription is the 12-month subscription, and there's gonna be a 5,000 rupees increase. Current price is 17,500. On this, you can get a 10% discount. 10% discount for the next 3 days. So use the code Parikshit Live. 17,500 minus 10%, so minus 1750. You can get a 1-year subscription at around 15,000, at around 15,000 something. Similarly, 6 month also you can go for, you will get 10% discount on 14,000. But post 14th of April, there is gonna be a price hike. So make sure you enroll before that. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Number 3. Number 3. Correct? Okay. M and N start at the same time from two ends, S and T. Let's draw the diagram. Let's draw the diagram. Okay. So you have got S and you have got T. So M and S start at the same time from the two ends. M is starting from S and N is starting from T. What are their speeds? Speeds are 3 meters per second and 4 meters per second. Towards each other, ST being 7 meters. So this distance they say is 7 meters. Correct? After reaching the opposite ends, they retrace their path and start moving towards each other. Now think about it. You stop and think about it. First thing, can I say if S has to go from the first to the end? Think about it. If S is going from the start to the end, remember S is going from the start to the end, he would have covered 7 meters. 7 meters. Correct? What about the other fellow? Not S, the human being is M. The name of the human being is M. So rather say, instead of saying S, I will say M. So if M is going from the start to the end, remember the entire length is 7 meters. So if M reaches from the start to the end, he would have covered 7 meters. What about the other human being? The other human being is N. Remember, if N has to go from the start to the end, he too would have covered how much? He too would have covered how much? 7 meters. 7 meters. Correct? Now they say, after reaching the opposite ends, they retrace their path and start moving towards each other. Find the total distance traveled by M when he meets N for the second time. Now think very carefully. Remember, you are retracing your path. The first time you will meet when you are traveling towards each other, right? So think about it. When M is moving like this, N is moving like this, first time they meet on their way. They meet on their way, right? Now M has reached the end, N has reached the end. So when they return back, they are meeting for the second time. They are meeting for the second time. Now let's make sure that M is returning back. So let's say M is coming up till here, reaches this point, and at this time N is also retracing his path and then comes here and meets. And comes here and meets. Correct? So how much distance is the black line? How much distance is the black line? Can I say the black line total distance is also 7? The total distance for the black line is also 7 meters. So can I say when they met for the second time, the total distance they would have covered is 21 meters? Is 21 meters. Again, I'll repeat if you have a doubt. Let's quickly repeat it. Remember, M is starting from one end. So one end, M goes, he covers 7. Another end, N goes and he covers 7. So 7 plus 7 makes it 14. Makes it 14. Now they are retracing their path. When they retrace their path, someone will come a portion, other person will come a portion. So in total, another 7. In total, another 7. So 7 plus 7 plus 7 makes it a total of 21 meters. Makes it a total of 21 meters. Do you agree? So if you understand this concept, it's very easy. Why? Because you know what? M and N, the ratio of speeds is given to you. The ratio of speeds is 3:4. 3:4. What does it mean? It means for every 3 meters that M moves, N moves 4 meters. For every 3 meters that M moves, N moves 4 meters. In other words, when they together cover 7 meters, remember 3 plus 4 is 7. When they together cover 7 meters, M would have covered 3 meters. Would you agree on this? When they together cover 7 meters, M would have covered 3 meters. Now, you know what? Our case, they have together covered a total of 21 meters. In our case, they have together covered a total of 21 meters. So how much distance would M cover? How much distance would N cover? If 7 is becoming 21, it is becoming into 3. So obviously 3 will also become into 3, 9 meters. That's your answer. That's your answer. Very, very conceptual sum. Highly conceptual. If you understand the concept, you will get your answer within seconds. If you don't understand, this question can become really, really, really difficult. You follow? So I think it's very easy moment you are able to find out the ratio. So what did we do? We initially knew the ratio of speeds is 3:4. 3:4. When I say ratio of speeds, it's the same as ratio of distances. Why? M moves 3 meters per second, N moves 4 meters per second. So in every second, M is moving 3 meters, N is moving 4 meters. So in total, when they move 3 plus 4, 7. In total, when they move 7 meters, M would have moved 3 meters. So when they move 21, M would have moved 9 meters. That's what the question is asking, right? Total distance traveled by M when they meet for the second time. Get that? It's an easy one, provided you understand the logic. Okay. One more quick announcement on Unacademy. Ask a doubt, right? This is a super awesome feature. See, anytime you have a doubt, probably in today's question you have a doubt, right? In the YouTube, or probably while solving a question at home you have a doubt. Just take a picture of the doubt and send it across using your Unacademy app. Experts from Unacademy is going to help you out, clarify your doubt. I think this is a very brilliant feature. And then the weekly scholarship test. This is something absolutely free. Make sure you register because you will get to know how your preparation is going. And to enroll for the scholarship test, this is absolutely free. Use the code Parikshit Live because when you use the code, this test can be accessed absolutely free. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, yes. So question number 4 and question number 5. Okay. Next, number 4. A person allowed to fall, a stone allowed to fall under gravity falls 5 t square meters in t seconds. Find the distance traveled by the stone in the last 2 seconds before it reaches the ground if the stone is dropped from a height of 180 meters. Think about it. Think about it. What is the total distance covered by the stone? 5 by t square. 5 by 5 t square. Correct? And as per the question, the total distance travel is also 180 meters. 180. So can I say 5t square, which is the total distance travel, should be equal to 180. Correct? So this implies t square is equal to 36. Implies t is equal to plus minus 6. Minus 6 is not possible for the simple reason that t is the time and time can never be negative. So t is equal to 6 seconds. Correct? Now they are asking you, find the total distance traveled by the stone in the last 2 seconds. Last 2 seconds. Remember, total distance traveled by the stone is total time for which the stone travels is 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So if I am talking about the last 2 seconds, it got to be the 5th second and the 6th second. So how do you find out that? Total distance traveled in the last 2 seconds will be equal to distance traveled in 6 seconds minus the distance traveled in 4 seconds. What is the distance traveled in 6 seconds? You know what? 5t square. Put the value of t as 6. 5 into 6 square. Minus 5t square. This time, remember, distance traveled in 4 seconds. So t is 4. Correct? So you can take 5 common. So 6 square is 36. 4 square is 16. So 5 into 20. 5 into 20. So that gets you the answer as 100 meters. That gets you the answer as 100 meters. See, it's an easy one again, provided you are able to understand it. Provided you are able to understand and visualize the logic. You get the point? Answer is 100 meters. So I think this is it. Question number 5, I would want you to try as an assignment. It's very similar to question number 4. Very similar, right? Give it a try. I'm not going to give you the answer. If you get the answer, put it in the comments. Put it in the comment section. And then I'm going to discuss the solution to question number 5, which is a very interesting one and has even come in previous year CAT papers, right? I'm going to discuss it tomorrow morning. Correct? So give it a try. Okay. I think that's it for today. Hope you liked the session. If you've liked it, don't forget to hit the like button. And I'm going to see you tomorrow in my next session. Same time, 10:30 a.m. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.